They were mad when we went to Germany. From Germany, we went to South America. They were like,
because oil minister did it. Because when I was on your show, no, you wrote the machine, may I enter. But he has resigned actually. Don't tell
They will push it to schedule by 7:30. So I have to.
so that means you are coming back.
Yeah, so I'm going to here.
Because you can't come and just disappear. I want like Ibrahim.
No, I'm not disappearing.
Okay, so you are going to coming back.
Oh yeah, I'll send it. I'll send it.
thank you.
One part.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, my brother. Okay, okay, can I be okay? I'm not here saying I got you. Because I think this will be it. You can't keep destroying lives. And Christ promised that that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It means that the day will come when the will of God will be done on this earth. He didn't say that in vain. Yeah. That day is slowly coming.
Yeah, what is happening in Burkina Faso now is an eye-opener to correct the mistake. Absolutely. Sankara, Gaddafi,
By the grace of God.
And now, I think Russia is even interested. And where Russia goes, China goes, North Korea goes.
And my people, when I was telling people,
and what are they looking at? The gold.
What is I saw this when it was brewing, and I told people, but him and Dubai like you see, and then in the allergy trial, you could say, look what. In fact, how I told them because I
One year actually when I'm international. Are you joking? Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Happy New Year. Happy birthday. See, Father, where were you? What can do? You know, one can take it. That's what what is it? It is show here with him.
Thank you, sir.
we have to accept no more to make the house.
On the same family. I won't do the tender our last name, you know.
You gotta take my hand and I never could be a meeting regularly, but I'm not being like it. Yeah, Mark.
And I tell you, she had done it. Hey! If I'm going to hang out at the hospitality, did I do? How did I do get 10 years extra? Oh, yeah, chance for Senate President. I'll say I'm going to go to a question deal. And I probably have
Can you gospel?
I'm going to be
Which of them now over Igbo? I'm a chill or Igbo.
Yeah, I'm going
I need to go on the
Even I'll put that now.
Yes.
Peter,
Yes. I don't want my homeboy now long one Peter the jockey justice. I guess that year I said, oh, my homeboy.
Your own brother. Nobody can hear me. My ball is kicking my mouth.
Yeah. Not yet. Not yet. I'm a young beautiful girl. Setting up. But she has a long way to go. No matter how long I wait.
Online.
No, okay.
Oh, never mind. I'm not choose everyone. I'm the question. Yeah, because all my children are photo. Yes.
All my days open with the not in my days. Look, let me tell you something. When you examine the life of Christ, all is so straightforward that what I again I do there or no Dara, I come out all the miracles here in Google. Jesus put the hand up. That means on I get born again. Meet people. I'm okay as when you're and on your hand, and I'm you're going to see here. Moki when you can go in here, see, I am a night of that. Moki when you she never to bata, see, hey, oh, why? Yeah, okay, come back here, just office. Cannot have go be over my wife. But basically, could be now, Zapa, listen, it could be now, Zapa of Chafanja. I took my wife from Maladi. Absolute joke. But the young man now what? It's okay. I first saw was spiritual journey. On your like a throwaway, because you're like a throwaway. It's absolute joke. Absolute joke. But then I just came out as a fanta. We are very sick people. And the thing is,
the thing is that our people we believe
But that was cultivated into them. That was cultivated into them. And don't forget that when we have vulnerable adults.
Yeah, if it
Vulnerable adults.
it's them that accepted it. Is it not you that identify all this for? This is the thing.
Because I'm not
At
a vulnerable adult.
No, at home, you will see someone.
Every vulnerable adult
Who is hungry? You have nothing to eat at home. Eat it or not to in the evening, you get a lot of. I won't be anywhere. You fast. But the next day, you come up also. I want to will provide everything for you. It's not true.
But I want one question.
You have to pray and walk
The question
for you to eat. You don't pray alone and you don't walk alone. So you have to balance it.
Father,
And this syndrome of fast learn, fast everything is imbued into our people's mentality.
yeah, Father,
In those days, our people goes from a human being to a miracle. Once a month or once in 2 months. The father got there. Not the father Howell came down to through to Abagarans. Now our people can now go. But then they are not holding it like this. But now every house, every door, every neighborhood, there is a ministry place where people are going to receive power and whatever. Look at the cleansing Soludo is doing in Anambra State now with Ndeze Nwanyi, Udibia,
church.
but we got that camera, one antidote to miracle. Makana money in the money in the put the cameraman. I want to be cameraman. I want antidote to be good. My elder brother got a church, Zoe minister in Lagos. Those on the working.
So in those days, Patrick was here.
Nah, I know me and them. I can one pull on the bar.
Yeah, we
can pull.
To make sure my son. To make sure that I have.
No, give it. Never get the fire. I said, no, you have another monster there. I said, I'm going again. More John, not to name me. Don't be a man. That's so bad. I had to look what you share. My God, I can push you. Last night. That was chicken apple. Or move an apple. Okay, can I get a pull back in that? So, oh, yeah, some people did deliver. Yeah, game Morania. Because I've been watching that critic.
We are like everything. In fact, they can make miracles so that tomorrow will be Thursday. Tomorrow, not now Thursday.
It's Thursday.
I don't hear the guy not Thursday. It's my day, not Thursday. Now I'm about that before.
Well, it's okay. This one too shall pass.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I know so.
Now, because we don't tell them much why you're killing now. But content creation.
Yes.
Yes, about content creation. Why put on social media?
No.
Content creation. And the thing is in your face. If I pay you, you can change your family. About content creation. No one in the
What can I do? Funny enough, one minute more than here, then we follow.
I want 50,000.
Ganya talk.
You can
no
way.
No way.
Don't tell me, all distraction tactics. You can distract them there. So, don't make up a secret to me. Can't take anymore. And I am not wasted people.
It's crazy.
Wasted people.
Church,
You know, in a church, you have to teach again to store all your belongings.
Okay, root that December and remember Moza. Halota, Socha, Uzura, Sorash. Kuruminiango. Within 6 months, or they live.
Orational.
Oh, rational. So you're rational.
Within 6 months, or they live.
You're rational.
But that woman, they are here, waiting on one. I will to you, well, I'm Jesus. Yasana, he can call Auntie Yasa. He got during mission. Where he issued in the Gubata. So, that's the truth. I don't believe in Jesus. God, I believe in God because of another thing. But God can make God will be a do no more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If I was
Jesus so right. Not you want to give one call rush. Okay, all to our body. I got
Jesus to do that. I hear to them when he written book. I got go.
Yeah, one thing. One thing, only what I did Jesus and the woman can very well. You can't be enslaved. Honestly, what I did Jesus, you can never be enslaved. Nobody can enslave you. In fact, give what I want you be able to set everybody free. Maka Jesus got to the extent of permitting you carrying weapon to defend yourself. Jesus got to that extent permitting you to carry weapon to defend yourself, not for attack.
Boss Peter Mulu so to for
before Peter give Macambush, our man can Peter the Buema. So
his immediate Pope.
He wanted Jesus very well, all total freedom. Total freedom. In fact, the guy again, don't do unto others as you like to do. You know, don't tolerate any nonsense from anybody. Don't tolerate it. If you're not going to give somebody nonsense, don't take it from somebody else. That's what Christ is saying.
Such technology.
Yeah, but give it to the other one. Nonsense. But the third one, oh yeah, but only twice. What about the third one? Give before I get my money.
no, Florida even be now never cross or open a property in my house. I get them back cry.
So I'm not happy here. I'm happy here.
I'm happy that Jesus to know.
I believe in Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I believe in Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
What I couldn't tell you hospitality.
Oh, Chapa. And then why him like by Jesus? So Jesus allowed for all this. Jesus is saying free will with your own. Whatever you choose. Jesus, I want from Nazareth. It's not from Europe. It's not from Europe. Europe only say I will do it. Europe only say Jesus one day. Yeah, one day working. I can't make a lot of shimmy. My game was shimmy over the Russian.
Oh, she be bad.
Alright.
So, but in my family, God will make a lot of things mysteriously with many Oshimiri. Remember that now the world is made up of water for about 71% of the world.
Yeah.
Only 29% to by now.
That's correct.
And only the demon and this God the devil. Here, demon and this God, all we can do with the world, 71% of the world water.
But about me now watching this show, this Emmanuel and Success. You know that show? Okay. One of the shows had this argument. Meaning and the Success means it's not like it. It will look well. That's all I like it. Now, how do they get proof here? That's my proof then. Yes, I like that when no, you cannot hear it. But many in their head are not like that.
Yeah.
I want to American. That's all I should not mean. But the million now you gotta get him go question it.
When you hear that we are flying, when you fly from here to London, you are flying across the Atlantic. That means here you are, who are across me. Am I? Then give water why it is 71%. 71%.
Yeah, no.
But Orash, I have a courage. I got none of you. I'm going to get a again. None but again, I 9 o'clock meeting.
I know.
I went 9 o'clock meeting. I wanted to rest from between work and then before I start my meeting. But I got to show each other. So, Father, welcome. Nna m gwara m nọ mkpọtụrụ ibe ọwụ site na ntị chịkwatụrụ nwanne m ka o jiri taa ya aka anyị amatara onye ewu ugbu a enwe ebe m bụrụ n'ụgbọ m na-aga sibekwa onye ahụ nna m ose ọwụ otu esi aga ọzọ dị ka ibe ya wụ ọrụkwa nna ngaji mara ụtọ n'ihe obi ọ ga-ekwe enye ya ọnụ agụ nwere idea yeah so we might not know the value of each other. But I'm not going to too, but I'm not going to so if you can make a leg, each way to today, one line with it, you're always very good. Thank you for doing that. And on the other hand, when I'm okay, you did the best thing by so I know like I said, I know I come as I know so because Ugu ejide bịa ga nwoke ntakịrị gị ga-ebuga eji ala ihe eji ala ya aka mma ka ejide bịa and ije anyị gara wee ije nkwa wee ije ngwa a ga na-aga ya na-aga ma mịta ihe na-aga n'ihu ugbu a gawa na egbu agbụrụ anyị gawa na ya na-echi anyị ma na-enwe ya n'ebe ha nwere ike ịjụ ajụjụ so ndewo biko ụmụnna ndị ka ọzọ biko nụ asị m ga na-eme ụna ka anyị mere ụlọ na mmiri n'otu enwere m meeting 9 o'clock anọ meeting Igbo Day and m jizi ka m bute ya nga ugbo ahụ na-enwe onye awụsa mbụbere nga ọwụ na m bụrụ onye awụsa nsono ka anyị wepụ ya n'agha ka ma na-ekwuke ndị ọzọ ọ bụ ụdị ude na n'ite na-asụ achọrọ m ịyọ mmadụ niile ka anyị gbaa mbọ sọpọt ka n'ime Igbo Day na ihe o jiri dị nnukwu mkpawo mgbe ndị NTA mere anyị interview esendo here to Nigeria. Many people now come. Here, they want to replicate it to no law. And then are fast losing the values I naturally restore here. So Nilo don't even know how to help themselves. I know why not in America coordinate here. So because it might be little, we might not do it the way you want it, we might not do it the right way, but we're doing something. So in or outside, they cannot correct us. Or in or inside, give me correct. Right? So because one page of brochure will go a long way. But the main thing that day, this event for this year, all show ndị Igbo ka na-eme. Because they na-eme here na Halifax Mall, about the same place Obama made a campaign na Madola president. Right behind the legislative building, under the heart of the government, and the Halifax Mall downtown. So now they have a government projects, but how can I ever free? How can I state police free? How can I most of things that they're using are free? So why can't we come out and participate? Because you want to have that neighboring, and we are. I the governor. We have begged the governor for making a proclamation for June. Or Igbo Day. Now North Carolina. Go on the calendar of North Carolina. But they will come. The governor will be there that day. Yeah. So that is why I'm begging now Yonyo because Konyola Bambo support here. Last year, yes, well not last year, 3 years ago, for the first time, yes, about 54,000. This year, our budget I carried the whole about 35. We reduced the budget drastically because a lot of things I caught or favorable money in the government are free for now. But till today, we have not gotten that money. So I need the much help that we can get. Because one brochure from each person will go a long way to help us. And I know Yoshike. And then for that day, I wanted 3 major parking spaces that have been reserved for us for that particular event. Some indoors, some outdoors. But I am going to that day, God know if traffic to direct people to different locations. So because I can't therefore have my size. How we can the direct traffic. We need help from all angles because when comes to come your own because like when you reach the banko note like an area and the watch minute. What do you want to junior them? Yes.
But they have to read you. This is Igbo. I'm not Igbo state of Igbo.
Oh, we must say, I'm a Kamu chairman. Oh, Ibonine.
And I'm going to invite 100 coordinators.
Oh, the presidents of all the states be together to coordinate this.
Because they have to do it. Well, they can catch him in Greensboro.
Greensboro, look. Or women thing.
Women thing.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you go there now?
Go check it out.
Okay. How Nigeria recognize Nigerians na their parade. Now, onye guy one ishi ha one Igbo. So umunne bia no nyere. That's how ndị Igbo came into aid. Nigeria came and recognized.
Okay.
Because
I mean, our an individual that I invite, and we honored it. So they look at the number I have, the man won you must take, the man I won you look at your number. Huh? Thank you very much. I'm happy now, whether we like it or not, on Demon on God and the Abia. So Imo Nabia. Imo Nabia wo otu. Hapo here again nulo. I will want. And because Anamario Onyowola before our president Apo here. Ka I cheta no President Imo na chair this Igbo Day. And Nandi Mo kwesiri ime ihe ọwụla a ga-eme to make sure that I succeed and Imo succeed. Okay, so I come ka mecha ka ya na
Ndo so just make but can all the support. President, I said all the pictures in this and that. And in fact, all for your sake, only one page. And for your sake, I'm doing 2 pages. And all just to make sure that so I'm encouraging can be money in Tinya Nukuka. Our president in called already huge success. At least they said the bar. So that only also name and what to beat. Because all Palundi can name her. Igbo got decadent and all what I should treat Igbo. Can do what she treat Igbo. So the guy in Kenya June as Igbo Day Nala. We have to do something to show that I made it here. And I the present here. President, Idaka Ngiji. And they believe in that can you make the my disease? I've got many energy Jamie, I'm not you shouldn't I have to say that. Father, I'm so glad to have met you. The reason in Nigeria I like him and my shy but in moments like this, okay, I believe that there's always a reason. You know what they want reason. Okay? And now that I am here, and you being a newly ordained priest, I just want to minister to you briefly. That ministry to say that yes, I understand that priesthood one order, whether you will like it or not, or an order. You have to, you have to follow a lot of order. Father, I'm
Yes,
but I appeal to every ordained priest to capture the fact that whether we like it or not, be the Anglican and Rabbinical community, no way something not there, whether we like it or not. We need to understand it, we need to capture it, and for me, I'm relying on you people to see that and begin to devise a means through which you speak to our people. At least some are saying this I don't need but I made something in a different way. Because somewhere, I'm create DOG near. Roma Catholic war in the Rome.
There are a lot of things. So, but in brief, because I can remove no shape. I want them to they just so Papa would raise us up very well at home. Mambo, woman did that correct. The deep are knock off on have Papa, the Yaime, or and I go. Or the babies and the
rush.
So, what do you say? No,
I'm not interrupted. I'm adding.
So, no guy, I got my man about a ball. I got you. The Papa got punished not doing that. Move for them. I find you not enough. Enough. Yeah, why Santa Patos? I refuse, or I hide somewhere. In almost but if I go aboard, there's no way you never have to play anymore. So your idea, and I'm where they are sharp as anything. You with the ball, you realize this. Yes, I said, brother, don't do that. Say, then you would have the wire. So what that means? So I am where I say, I get so then eventually, and when you will with your job, parents gaga to him, gaga report or it will only go to 1 month or 2 months. papi ya na-akpọ ya brother, you know, ọ ga-catch you, punish you. This brother lay him, ọ ga-remind you. So, n'eziokwu ya onye shape us up. Ma na ga block rosary. Ya make her block rosary abalị. Papi ya ga-enweta punish you, you know. So, all one of those things, and when we are here, when we were contacts at the restaurant, yeah, you resemble women of the nation. Then you got to Florida, Manatio, so you have your basket, they are visiting. So you got to few friends now around. So because my brother, and each and every one of you. Moreover, priest, I called you, I know that you are busy, but they say, oh, don't let somebody go late. So, anybody joke, I push about I hate you actually, barrier here. Now you are, Mammy, you are. Yes, Mammy, here, my players was to want to take any up from Butcher. Yeah. I say, is Zumba Namuku and Father, you can and Demian Okeke, you know, when you work, Paul. Esudo and Orash, praise, and Oris Duru as well. I'm going to introduce to Sunshine because only Nakota at the same time, they can
thank you.
Chatting, you know, what I think, can do chatting. Every high may object. No. Come on, have your big Hagana and Beckwith here, him. But tell him, one by Jesus came to erase his slavery. He came, you want to have these treasures and all these things. But the correct. Even when he was here, slavery was correct. Okay, no matter, the best slavery. So, I know. Never crying Jesus. But again, Jesus. Look at our Nigeria. The whole crew, the whole heck, always got that was the one in only children all Jesus. Only children you make a man, all Jesus. And why was a hiding? No. Them are so rational there. If there are no rush will protect you. It will protect you, but I'm worried. Not Jesus got no right. Israel never, Pastor Israel, Jesus. Israel never, where all kinds of nations. Alosera Palestinians and other all the parts of Palestinians and other Muslim countries. Why not Jesus Galora? So all you know because you got open. One man who can get with it, connect, yeah, or tactics, make a man. So the Quebec Jesus because he will put Jesus on time when you know. The Quebec, can be one, can do Nigeria, can do Africa, what I. Thank you.
My wife some downtime, a nice little vacation with you guys. I've been working pretty hard for the past 9 years, so this will be well deserved.
They land there.
On Nigeria, Ekezie, or here? No. Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, it's no. Never heard about it. Of course, you don't know about it.
My cousin brother, yeah.
Let me.
Christmas, yes,
So you I deserve I know that.
So one day I went to Biga to see what is so special with Biga.
Oh my.
I was coming back from Abuja, so I started. Then that was on Tuesday night. The next day we walk, Wednesday. I got to Kenyatta Market, but I was tired. That morning, the next morning,
Just across my street.
house match. So who caught me was Father Wabeke. I was looking for a house where I would go for the match. He was yelling at me. My usual self. Yeah, Wabeke from my state.
Look at this one I like. These two are very good. This one I like. Okay.
The more what they learn are very good.
Yeah, this is good too.
And also that was the time I don't try the bigger soccer field.
Okay,
FIFA standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how much are they're all good.
He was a ball.
200,000.
He was a ball.
Are you joking? Thunder. What do you use?
Yes, the hand with the hand in those days I saw a Madion, you know.
I have a man.
I see it on a walk away.
That's right. If you ever get your own course, nah, you should the high one. Well, Bible predicts so many things. Bible predicted so many things. Bible bragging that so many things. There'll be so many mysteries that will take place.
Yeah.
the Bible is coming from. So yes, I can understand where it's coming from.
Yeah.
So, and I critique the Bible as well. Okay, you can't give me the Bible and tell me that it is the whole thing.
That was this is your theory.
No, who is Darwin? Who is Darwin?
No, he doesn't believe Darwin.
No.
What they put at Darwin made it.
I'm not giving you a theory. I'm giving you.
Because you will.
I'm not on a model. Neither I go down a Bible. When the Bible on a mother not at was something else. Okay?
Yeah.
My New Testament or my Old Testament won't be very
That
contrary.
human being evolved.
Human beings have
from
always been human beings.
You can just say that you don't
What?
believe.
It's not about belief. I'm just telling you that all I
That's not true.
Okay, well,
do no punishing.
hold on, carry on. Yeah, you can carry on. You can carry on believing in a dead man's theory. And then
Look at you.
no, you are believing in a dead
Most of the
man's
kids,
theory.
he didn't enjoy now.
No, they took it from us. They took it from us. All of the things they wrote.
You
Look, I can just
take it from you.
Yeah,
You don't give what you
But
don't have.
no shima.
You don't give what you don't have.
That's your man.
Your chance
I'm not going to change the China.
My friend, no child, I met argue.
I know.
This is the thing.
Coming from them.
No, this is the thing. He was
making
saying.
a point.
No, yeah, he was saying that
Our people just want
Old
to argue.
Testament started documentation in the history of church.
Okay, I got that.
But Charles Darwin came up with a documentation that human being evolved from earth. While Old Testament said God created man in his own image and likeness.
Exactly.
So, but his point is questioning how did Charles Darwin came up with the theory of human development, evolution from earth to human beings and to something else at the end. Which metaphysics said something about that too, which is called the theory of Big Bang theory.
The Big Bang theory.
Big Bang theory, the cosmic egg.
I mean, that is
Exactly. So, which is more contemporary.
Argument of existence.
Exactly. So, when you look at all these things, but you will still see the mystery of God.
Yeah, but we are still missing a point there. The point being missed with the fact that in the accounts of the Old Testament that had lasted thousands of years before Christ came, yeah? And in the account of the New Testament that is now at least 2,000 years, yeah? We may record there that a human being should have something else we also. Okay? We have always remained human.
Human.
Okay? We have rode on horses. We have
But that's the thing. Honestly.
That's the point you're making.
This is your
where
point.
did Darwin 250 years ago pick this information about this? When people think they have done thesis, which we've done, in fact, they believe in a dead man. A dead man, that's right. Or than what is recorded
In the church today. The church.
They are dead anyway, so you are really.
In the church today, Darwin's theory is categorized as one of those philosophical theories that theology can't even say.
Decipher it.
But let me tell you something, why it is too dangerous what we are doing as human beings. Because we have failed to think for ourselves. We think that these people are more knowledgeable than us. Okay? No, we have failed to. Now, when you look at the whole
like Shakespeare.
let me give you a classic thing now for you to understand. You see, all the narratives that are propelling our activities today, man, this guy got this, I got this. You need to drive a guy, we are produced between the 16th and 19th centuries. Okay? Between 16th and 19th. Because they are here at home, and that within this period, only men existed in this world. Because indeed, at home, drive got all these things. So Shakespeare, Darwin, Freud, Sigmund Freud, Socrates, Isaac Newton, Aristotle. They were all men. They had no mothers that taught them how to write, how to wear their pants, how to move. They had no mothers. In my lately kind of that most of the work attributed to Shakespeare
were women's
his wife's work. But because it was in the period when men sealed women and said, you are only good to be seen, not to be heard. This man claimed everything. So we were dealing with criminals who stole things from others.
I don't think you can go.
No, that is what it is almost. But I can't use one. You need to so okay. Anyway,
That was their
no. These people were thieves.
Have you read?
You are missing the whole thing now.
No, not mixing it. I'm telling you that. No. What I'm telling you.
No.
It was almost everywhere.
Where were you?
We went to
Animal our word, man our word. You cannot condemn them totally.
Do they accept your word? Do they accept your word?
Prove it to them to accept.
I should prove it. When you are already championing a dead man's theory.
But this is the thing.
That will call science.
This is the thing. It's also good because
it's practical.
our opposition awakens us to be where we are today in one way or the other.
That's good.
Yeah, because when you don't have challenges, you don't grow.
Yeah, I don't like
But
it.
now we begin to see the mistakes in the past. Now we are adopting it and making changes.
Our biggest
Like when
problem.
they generally
That's
condemn
why,
him.
for example,
Condemn
that's
on the
why
other.
no African person, no African person
Why the opportunity to rule yourself? You mess up.
against
You know,
Burkina
They never
Faso.
gave you
From
They
past
never gave you any
why are you here? Why are you here?
because they messed up the place.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Our biggest problem.
To survive.
On your man, listen.
To go there to help.
On your man.
They never gave you the opportunity to prove yourself.
On your man. On your man.
Look at with technology. Look at Namibia.
the way they stole it before.
They are still stealing.
If we were able to do what they were doing, they wouldn't come to steal it. If we would they will not. They will not have
Other presidents.
Namibia is a primary.
What happened in
Burkina
Libya?
Faso.
Currently, no, but now with such figures, right? Like Namibia now has a woman. See, all of them.
Since you are sending them back,
Exactly.
yours have no visa, they should go
They
back.
should go and then get visa and come. Because, okay, like I lived in Zimbabwe, most of the games there, they're poaching and whatnot. They come here. The elephants, the big fires, the rhinos, because the Paris where I
I
live.
don't know when you grow
It's
up. When I
surrounded
was
by
growing
the wildlife.
We are taking advantage of us because many of us now support Ghana.
Go out.
And then we say, "But what I say,
I know it's slavery. First supposed to sell them.
do like that for us."
Yeah.
But if so now, I keep defending.
No, I'm not defending anybody. I'm not saying you cannot just blame the whole thing. They have their part to play.
So okay, why? So now when you see poachers,
Oh, why did you create your own?
the whites,
Why did you create your own ambition? Exactly. So
elephant struck.
let's
So they come.
Let's say
but again, they can't succeed until the locals. Exactly. The locals,
We can
even though with the
manufacture
laws and all,
powder,
and of course they know how to with their money.
Of course.
Buy people over.
Buy
and
it
they get
over.
all those things.
Yeah.
So
Corruption
this is part
can
of the stealing.
How we see corruption? How we see corruption?
The diamond, another part I worked in Zimbabwe, that my parish was sitting on the diamond. But if you come there is nothing to show for it. Then when because no way. But it's like you have a community or another country within that particular country, the Chinese. That place, everything hung with it. So
we
now,
let them in.
for you to go in there as only so
they have
Dogs. Even our own military will protect them. Our own military.
Land. But outside of that place, you once had media or everything 247.
Everything 247.
But once you get out of this, I'm talking, these are my eyewitness accounts. Areas I work. In all these areas, you don't see. I mean, at the point I had to tell the bishop, Guinea Kawichi can be but green bar soup, you don't even see a mother in go. I mean, I go with 247, but never we been through diamond. And they put diamond.
And then,
the people, they so poor.
Yeah, the biggest achievement.
Like you have a Delta State in Nigeria, where they destroy everything because of refinery. Farm was about no fishing, no farmland, because they let them eat.
The biggest achievement in Georgia.
I blame it on our.
But let me tell you something. The biggest achievement in Georgia was this, and I'm being honest. Do you know that when we argue these things, in Georgia, we have not challenge with the Maka, almost Doji, to challenge us. Doji ask us to go out. You want to challenge. So when I get one here, on your charm, money and the question for Kahachitiro because someone don't do to challenge you.
The divide and rule is their system.
From beginning, I know
the biggest frustration.
There is no country that can stand
the China and the police. That is why
China and police police.
They were doing the same thing
because they know that is the language they will understand.
Guiding them.
So most times it's brain.
Our soldiers were guiding them.
Your best, and then get you
because of
they don't have to. Okay, look at Congo now. They continue to get this cell phone. That's not from Congo.
Right? We invest in devising theories.
This is why I like this theory. He's getting it.
We invest in devising theories that can bring us out of this. But in the night, with that, with your G. Okay, you check out where Murana, this thing, I subscribe to it now. On the water, not touch it. And then your G, you I say, come again. Oh, that's why you work. I say, no one. You just to get
they know how to stop tribal wars, conflicts amongst us.
That is what they did in Nigeria.
Without conflicts, we can't stand. And that's the problem that is happening in Nigeria.
Exactly. Initially, they saw that the East was stronger than the North.
How am I jagging within the back?
Because those ones were stooges, they can easily control them.
She said the blind, the lead when they cited. I appreciate Azun Oish. I appreciate Azun Dish.
When is it going to stop? That's my thing.
We can stop it by being practical about knowing what can free us and pursuing it. Like right now, let me say something. Owen and Doki decide for Ima. Look, I'm okay, look. We are ready now in Doki number one. And we are supporting Burkina Faso at this time. In fact, in the priest, even changes here. Who are my profile? Digger the boy there. Okay? No, because you're telling me that I had to go ready. worldwide.
His life is at risk.
That's why we should come out. That's why we want to come out. In fact,
No, they're not going to
let me tell you something. Let me.
They might try.
They might. Look, as we speak, as we speak.
I know.
They have been right.
They will continue to
But all
try.
Russia are behind it.
18 good times.
19 times. Russian times.
Is behind it.
Yesterday, France moved with their war.
Yes.
Russia is behind it because they know. They also want their own share. They want to
But they may not survive.
How would you do it and they are all challenging them? Not challenging them.
Their interest is not going to be like as it was.
They don't want to
They
see
may not
the truth
survive.
and possibility.
This time,
And they defend Donye
it's
Mura.
not going to be like this is 7
Onye
against.
So they may not
That is good because they cannot live on your own. How they want to stand? Open that.
who I am, not necessarily by preaching, but my works, my actions, they depict who I am and my belief. You can ask questions, why are you doing what you are doing? I'm doing it because of this. Right? So this is a way of life. Somebody is okay. My way of life is rooted in the life of Jesus who came to liberate. Then your own is a rash or whatever. So I listen to you in that way too. Then within that, we might be talking of what we call in theology preparatio evangelica. That maybe this is a way preparing you to the gospel which I have come to preach to you without necessarily pouring out the words. Understand? Because Christianity as we have it, we not see Christianity as religion, but first and foremost, Christianity is not a religion. It's a way of life. But when we make it a religion, we lose the point. And that's why people abuse it. And I stand to tell you that I'm trying to tell you the abuse of a thing does not invalidate its essence.
Absolutely.
That people invalidate, abuse this, abuse that does not mean that Jesus did never exist.
Never existed.
But the abuse, what we concentrate more is the abuse people make of things.
Absolutely.
And we refuse to understand the essence of a particular thing. And that's why I talked about decolonization. And decolonization is an umbrella term. It's not only one aspect, area. So you need to decolonize so as to see the substance of a particular thing. So this is what it is, the original. Before people started, making abuse. So what we have in Nigeria, mostly as it is in the current time, is abuse of Christianity. And I wrote an article that the type of Christianity we have now in Nigeria cannot guarantee salvation. It's a mercantile type of Christianity, right? And we need to go back to the root of what Jesus stood for. So don't base on, abuses, use it, say this or that.
Underground zone is ATR, African traditional religion. That's why he's
by default, all of us are African traditional religion.
Yeah, but he himself, we have stepped up to accept the Christianity. But he himself, no, I'm not saying of European, but he himself still remains on that ancient African traditional religion. But there was a point he made, which brought us to Christianity.
Which is not possible.
No. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. No. He made a point. He said, I believe in God, which is the core Christianity, and which is the universal belief. Okay? And when you talk about God, even Jesus Christ himself we are talking about is God. Made man.
That's why I see. That's why I use the word back. You are here. America America is what it is that you're enjoying now because of Christianity.
He has free will.
The West is what it is because of Christianity.
He has free will. He has free will. See, my deputy, honestly speaking,
and that is what to teach level.
honestly
So that's abuse. So colonization is different from Christianization.
Yeah. Emma, the beauty of Christ. The beauty of Christ. Let me tell you the beauty of Christ. He watered Christ of You can never be enslaved.
I did part of my PhD is that my dissertation is part of what you're just saying, right? So I did extensively work on that. So you have triple C's: Christianization, colonization, and what of commercialization. So, but in all these things, these are different strengths. But to make it look like people, because you've come to people that are religious, to make it have a religious undertone, they started working with their counterparts who are the missionaries. But when they came, these missionaries, knowing who they are and their tasks, they never accepted to do their bidding. They started killing them, killing people, and most of them, because they wanted to save their lives, had to ally themselves with the motto of the colonialists. I hate to call them colonial masters. They are not masters. Right? So they had to do their bidding. Now that's abuse, as I said. These people kind of abdicated, gave up their faith just to ally this to save themselves in that kind of way. But that is not what Christianity is about.
No, but when I go history of slavery. How did so-called Jesus and Christianity together?
Before the whites came, there is a book I want you to read. It's called The Listening Church. It's written by Professor Zuki. It's from Nehemiah. Right? It's a very small book, very dense. So he talks more about Professor Zuki. He talks more about the Listening Church. So it is talks more about what it terms as the son of the ancestors. So before the whites came, our ancestors had practiced slavery. Of course, they had these things in place. So and that is part of the problem. When these people came, they found that some of these structures already existed. The Ibinopabia and not the rest of them, or Arab kingdom, some of us. These are real people. I've been saying transport them. So these are people, they can't get us without us. So when they came, they found that this is so this is already there. And then they started, selling our people to him because it was already a practice in vogue. So, in those days, I think slaves had I know in my own place, we have 8 villages in my place. But all these 8 villages is only about 6, I guess now, so to say. So because I think in the slaves came. So they were there to serve this particular place. So they said to us, this is too much now on the other stuff. So this is already part of the whole system. But again, this is abuse of tradition, abuse of culture. By the way, Osu doesn't have wrong or didn't have wrong connotation the way it has now. You understand? Osu was something special. You understand? This is also abuse. So every system has had abuse. So, but that's why historical background to things is very important, so that you understand a particular thing, what it was before
it became what it is. And once you go back, you find the lies. Why I'm not before to say,
exactly.
Because when we discover it, go as everywhere.
Exactly. So on every human institution, be it religious, political, or whatever. Yeah. So there is abuse. Because as far as human beings are concerned,
all we ever go to the heart of man without Christ, all the profusely wicked, and the heart of man will be very, very deceitful and profusely wicked. Man, when Christ, Public with the Christ. Or Rashi,
Yeah.
Public with the Christ.
I think the Kuchineke of God.
Christ is God. About people here, they made last Christ is God.
So that's part of it.
The mere fact that Christ is seeking treat the other as yourself is relevant. That one is enough. But also what Rashi prayed.
All the religions.
How many of Rashi prayed?
Hey, I want him Muslim Arab city take a head. He can do Hindu now. Giga Asia, and then but I because some people are not right.
Or not the global church.
Other people they like to go. For many nights I could be in history like oh yeah. So with time, in the next 50 years, you can watch it again.
So that book is what you yeah. Some bread.
Yeah, because that one will only the head. Hello, teacher. What happened?
For what?
Social.
Thank you.
But if I'm too, it's just like a school.
Praise and worship.
That's why you need the chicken and be a god.
I'm not getting Chineke will be there. Chineke everywhere. But you know, Chineke everywhere. Yeah, no more fellowship.
This is a road.
Upon the man. I'm not talking on other than
I can't even think that way. I mean, you know, God is at work in each
I was so disappointed in him when he came
when a Muslim is praying, when a Christian is praying, he comes to
and he was also
actually I know that can't jump in.
so the moment and there's other the platform of APIT.
That's popular.
APIT was one in once you get it once you get it you know what I mean until
I really not this is like a religion.
Because I'm going to American.
Whatever it is, we don't need more religion. Now that nobody's going to make me do what I don't want to do. Russia France to destroy Africa.
myself too.
Ada, you